Hello, everyone. I am hoping and I'm thinking that I might have had an issue with my game because I've just loaded this up and realised I don't think it saved my progress from last time. Have I put the right memory card in? Yes, I have. Well, it does look like we are going to... I'm just going to try reload this. Continue. Well, this is a great start. This is a fantastic start. Yeah, by the looks of it, we are about back here. Why is that done that? I definitely made sure to save it before we quit. Well, that is a brilliant start to today's stream. Maybe we will have more luck. Maybe we will have more luck this time out with my gathering of the vehicles. Hello, everyone that is just joining in. I am hoping that everything is working. On my screen, it does appear not to be doing anything. Oh, there we go. I think we have got stream working. Excellent news. Right. I'm afraid if you watched the last Enthusia stream, you might recognise this start point because my my save data has apparently not saved. Oh, the joys of old gaming stuff. So, we are going to be hopefully having some more luck in terms of acquiring new vehicles and, generally getting some interesting and slightly different cars. Let me know if we have got any audio. I don't think I've fiddled around with any of the audio settings on my capture stuff since I last streamed, so it should be okay, but you never know what things might have ended up going skew with. So yeah, give me a shout if things are going on. Also, people that are wanting to see my summer car, don't worry, that'll be out this afternoon at 6 p.m. We should get started and join the race. Everyone wants me to go find a Saxo, so let's go and have a look for a Saxo. We're back in the Vertex at the moment. I would go racing in either the Thunder Pigeon or the mighty Citroen that we had out last time, but they're gone. They're gone, I'm afraid. So let us go have a look, see what we can win. Oh, this is looking like a bloody good race to begin with. We have got CTR. We have got a Mazda RX-8. Life is good. Legacy, Celsior, and a Firebird Trans Am. I am thinking this would be a pretty good place to start with. Yeah, I think we're going to go with this one. We will have the quest for the Saxo at some point. That is inevitable. I think we're going to start though here with a quest for a CTR. Probably not win any car at all, but you know that's kind of how it goes. Yeah, unfortunately, the incredible. No more. Make come back. You know, we may have about the same luck with winning cars. I've got to try to remember the bloody control scheme for this. X is throttle. I'm assuming square is brake. Looks like it. What's changed camera? That's changed camera, and I think left and right button are... no, that's not it. Okay, L2 and R2 are gears. Right, I know what I'm doing. Oh, I don't recognise this course. Did we drive this course? Oh, God, the handling. Forgot about handling. It's not a bad handling model on here. It's just different to other stuff that I have driven. Well, CTR has buggered off. The CTR is gone, as you would perhaps expect, although we are really... Why are we going? We're going for a Sunday drive. Now we've got to a chicane. Oh, can't bump into stuff, otherwise things get angry. I remember this course. I remember this course from the other direction. I've driven it a few times the other way around, but... yeah, okay, well, that's fine. Apparently the AIs do not like being aggressive across the chicanes, and I like being aggressive against the walls. Not such a good plan. Okay, Ruff, come back here. I don't know where the RX-8 is. I mean, if someone's going to beat me, it might as well be an RX-8. Otherwise, I won't be having any of it, although I'm not sure I'm going to get much of a choice in this one. How many laps? 3 laps to try and work out a way to get past the Ruff. Now, the way that I am going to be playing this game is when I win a new car, I'm going to change to that car until I win another one. Last time out, that meant a lot of driving around in the Thunder Pigeon, and Citroen I don't quite know how it's going to work today. We might have a lot more luck. I won a Horizon Edition car in a video, so, you know, maybe my luck is changing some. That is a big curb. I'm not sure that's quite a roll-worthy curb, but that was a lot closer than I've seen previously in this game, so that's something. We are miles ahead of the field out here. Me and the CTR. I think the Firebird is having some struggles at the back. I'm assuming the Firebird is at the back, having some struggles at the back of the field. I'm not really going to be able to do very much against the CTR. Now, the way that this game works, the way that you progress through it, doesn't really matter if you are not winning races. It's a quite clever system, actually. Your vehicle has an odds chance of doing well in a race, depending on its performance stats and so on, which means if you do well in a car that is a lot lower performance than the vehicles you're racing against, you gain more points than winning a race easily when you have the dominant car. So that is something to look out for on here. We've got we were kind of mid-pack in terms of chances, so a second place is a half-decent result for the Vertex. The CTR, if I could have stayed ahead of it for a little bit longer, I might have been able to make a nuisance of myself. The AIs are not the greatest at overtaking on here, as people who have seen me play this game before, seen the last stream on this game, will remember you can really bottle up the AI behind you, even when they have a significantly faster car, or in my case, chase down a Tomaso with a C3, which should never have possibly worked. Right, we are going to finish off our first race with a second place, fairly solid from the Vertex. Let us see if we can actually win a car. We can win a car on this lottery draw that I have no luck. I would quite like to have something different to go racing with. I've used the Vertex a fair bit. Come on, RX-8. Hey, we've won a car, everybody. Life is good indeed. That is some good luck from our first race. We have a Legacy touring wagon. I'm okay with that. I quite like the Legacy. So that's a good start. I would have liked the RX-8. However, the Legacy is going to be our vehicle for the next however many races it takes until we get something different. Now, we could end up changing car every single race. I'm okay with that if we are getting that sort of a luck. Our tuning level has gone up, and I think we've leveled up. I can't even remember what point I was at in the from the last stream. Power has increased on the Vertex. We've got some more points, and it's put us a little bit up in the ranking. Now, I believe, if I remember rightly, when we swap cars, it skips the rest of the week. I'm not sure. Either way, doesn't really bother me too much because we're doing this a lot more for fun. Right, so we want our, there it is, a Subaru Legacy, 276 horsepower in this, 340 torque as well, not bad. How much power does this thing have? 276, although more torque in that. Okay, well, we'll jump in to the Subaru, see how it drives. Hopefully should be pretty good. Quite a lot of the time, the all-wheel drive cars on here tend to be a little bit understeery. But there we go. Right, good to see the chat is making absolute perfect sense at the moment, so I'm just not going to bother for now. Yeah, if you guys want to, I turn up game audio. I can turn game audio up a little bit. I do know that this game is absurdly loud, so I might go and have to turn it back down again. I've turned it up a bit. We'll see how that goes. Something about these old games do tend to be absolutely stupidly loud. So there we go. Right, joining our next race. We're on the hunt for a Saxo. We're on the hunt for a Aventine. What else were we on a hunt from last time? The smart car as well. That was what we were also looking for. We were also on the hunt to not run Tsukuba constantly. Right, what have we got going on here? Ooh, Renault 5 Turbo, an Accord, an Integra, RX-7 Savannah, and a C32 AMG. That's an interesting enough possibility, and I'm quite good at that track, generally. The might of Tsukuba. What have we got here? We have got another Legacy, a NSX Type R, Tamora, a Celica, and an Alpha Spider. That's a definite, again, that's another possibility. We have, I don't like this track. I definitely don't like this track. There is a possibility of a PT Cruiser. It's always something. There are a Impreza and an Evo, the RX-7 again. I'm still on the hunt for a Saxo. What do we got here? A relatively simple circuit, which could be good for me. MX-5, MR2, a Beetle. Nah, that's no good. I mean, the Evo 3 is quite nice. Don't have anything against the Integra and so on, but yeah, I think there are better prospects around. Oh, what have we got going on here? XKR 100, 95 Aero, Celsius Skyline 2000, an IST? What the bloody hell is an IST? It kind of looks vaguely... I was going to say the Mitsubishi iCar, but I can't remember what its name is. It's a very, very peculiar thing going on there. Yeah, we will have to... I'll just clear that out. There we go. Sorry, I'm going to have to try and sort out chat slightly. There we go. Sorted that out. Saab is an interesting prospect. I don't really want to do that race because that's only between two cars. Okay, I'm thinking... Where's the one with the Renault 5? That one there is perhaps the most interesting. I would love to win the Tamora, but I think the chances we're winning that is pretty slim. I think it's this one here with the Renault 5. Okay, this is the one that we're going to go for, as at the moment I can't seem to find any Saxos. So we have got a Renault 5 Turbo, we have got an Accord, an Integra, a Savannah, and an AMG as the possibles to go for. This should be a tough race for me. This should be a pretty tough race for the Subaru. However, we shall see. I believe this is a circuit that I held off a bunch of really fast cars for quite some time. So I might be able to do quite well here. I think it's a Mustang that I held off for a long time around this track. We should get a good launch as well, of course. Being all-wheel drive, we can fire ourselves into the lead. Mercedes is going to be miles quicker than me on the straights, but I can probably defend if I make the Subaru nice and wide. Oh, okay, we don't quite turn as well as the Vertex. I was expecting a little bit more turn-in. However, we are through the opening corners quite nicely. It's a 3-lap race around here, so a relatively short race. We've got a 2-second lead at the moment. If I can try and the little brush on the wall, but if I can try and keep the rest of the race clean, we can maybe, so as I say that, we run wide and brush the dirt. Oh, I forgot about this final corner. Got a big lead going on here, but now I'm playing in the dirt, and that is not good for my lead or for my few points. We've made it though. We've made it. Oh Christ! I've really struggled to be precise on a PS2 controller. Really struggle. I don't know whether I've got a dodgy one, which I probably do, to be honest. It's ancient. But I do struggle to be precise with the PS2 controller. I just don't like the positioning of the analog stick when it comes to driving. And that's the reason why I had an Xbox before I ever got a PS2. Always preferred the Xbox controller. Certainly with the original Xbox it had triggers, whereas PS2 one didn't. But I've always much preferred the positioning of the analog stick on the Xbox Ones. Yeah, it's just something about driving with them is much nicer, I feel, anyway, as we are now trying to make a very wide Subaru to fend off. They really don't like that corner there. That's the corner where I make up all of my time. I made a huge gain, about 2 seconds gain on the Mercedes through one corner. And a little bit of bravery in the estate car. Come on, get turned. Maybe get turned. Get turned through there. There we go. Carry some speed. Carry as much speed as we dare. Run away from the rest of the pack. So this race was supposed to be very difficult for me to win. This race was supposed to be very difficult for the... I say very difficult. There are much longer odds than I have seen on some cars, but this shouldn't really be a vehicle running away at the front of this. But this layout seems to suit me and is apparently suiting the Subaru quite nicely as well, although I shouldn't speak too soon. I have a habit of doing this and then managing to cock everything up when it comes to the final corners, although we are 3 seconds clear of the AMG Mercedes. and then they hate that corner there. I mean, the AMG is probably a little bit more on the Larry side than our Legacy. Oopsie daisy, we bumped the wall ever so slightly. We're fine though. I said change down, thank you car. And around the final turn we go to run to the finish line. Victory for the Subaru in its first outing. Yeah, that's a pretty good show. In fact, the Renault 5 has done a mighty job up there in 4th place, beating the RX-7 and the Integra. Let's go and see what we can win. Also, let me know, guys, if there is any problem with the stream. It is going a little bit laggy on my capture, but in fact, it's slightly frozen on my PC as well. So let me know. I should refresh that because my pretty sure that's my computer rather than the stream being broken. Because I'm fairly sure people would be shouting at me had things been going. Okay, yeah, it does seem like it's okay. We're fine. I hope. We've got a new car again. This is going. In the first 2 races, I think we've won more cars than in the first hour of my my last time out. I think the loading screens do get a little bit weird with this game. I will turn the game down 1 notch. Oh, wait, I think that's 1 notch. Yeah, the loading screens, for whatever reason, go really funky when I stream this game. I wish I knew. There is not much I can do about that one, sadly. We have got C32 AMG. Look at that. That is, yeah, that's a nice car that that we have got here. We have got a leveled up driver, so we've got a bit more in terms of maximum and few points. We did lose a fair few. We've been losing a fair few a little bit scruffily in all of that. We've increased our ranking ever so slightly. Hello to everyone that is just joining the stream. We are currently trying to win some weird and wacky cars in Enthusia. At the moment, we've won a Subaru Legacy and an AMG Mercedes. Not the weirdest or wackiest of cars. We are on the quest for the mighty Citroen Saxo. But, yeah, that hasn't been sighted yet. We are going into the C32 AMG for the next race. This is kind of what I was hoping would happen more with this game when I was going to come and live stream it. I was hoping we'd be able to change cars plenty of times and so on. And that's kind of you know, working a little bit better this time out. Now said that, I know we're going to be screwed over with terrible luck. Right, we are, of course, now that I have picked this AMG Merc, we've got a huge performance advantage, so we're going to be gaining absolutely no points throughout any of these races. Ooh, Mustang GT CL55, Camaro, oh god, the C3! I wonder if we could win the C3. Okay, that is a very big possibility. That is a very big possibility that we could go for the C3. That is a good chance. Or the Primera, something silly like that. What have we got going on here? Skyline, Vitz, MX-5 and Julia. And that's another C32. We could go back. Thank you, game. What have we got going on here? Rear-wheel drive cars. We have got Altez, Mazda, Spree. It's an okay, it's a decent selection of cars, but I'm kind of looking for more in the way of craziness. Tsukuba, we have got an A8 Legacy of Volts, and the IST. The IST is in this lot as well. And one more race to look at over here, and this is a 6-car race. That's good. Not on the track I like, but it is a 6-car race. We have got March. Right, okay. I was slightly confused as to where that was cycling. I think that means a Micra, but there we go. Smart car, a 106, a Seville STS, and a Silvia K's Aero. Well, this is the question. Do we go for the C3, or do we go for the 106, or do we go for the Vitz? And I say this, and I know that if I go in this race, we're going to probably win the S14 that I don't care about. So, yeah, I think people are. Yeah, I think we'll go for the 106 and the smart car. Yeah, people from what I'm seeing, people are wanting the 106. We're not gonna. I know we're not gonna win the 106. I don't like this track particularly, so I might do rubbishly around this track. Admittedly, the only car that really should challenge me in this race is the S14. The other ones are quite way down in terms of speed. But having said that, I've beaten cars that are well down in terms of speed, so you never know. Right, let us see if we can get to the front of the field before we get to turn 1 in a very, very wheel-spinny start for the Mercedes. We're going to easily get into first before we get to turn 1. The speed of the Mercedes. Then we're going to take it a little bit easy because I can't remember this track. Been a while, and this is a really tight hairpin. Oh, we're going to get very sideways on the exit if we're not careful. We are through all of that mess. Now, easy does it, but I do remember this is a very, very narrow circuit. Well, I think I reached the Vertex around here last time and got absolutely mullered by the AI. Oh, I'm all in the wrong position on the road. The Micra's still in second. There's only 2 seconds behind me. I should get a hurry up, actually. I could not be beaten by a Micra. At that point, I will just give up YouTube, I think. I shall never race again if I get beaten in AMG Mercedes by a bloody Micra. That will not do. So we have got to get a little bit of a hurry up around here. Oh, brakes. The Micra's still holding on to second place. What is going on? I really want that Micra to beat the S14. If it wasn't for the possibility of me losing to a Micra if I do something stupid, I would just back the entire field up to try and give the Micra a chance there. Oh, that would be more glorious punishment than I could ever have done from dropping cars on it. Have it be beaten in a race by a Micra. Come on, Micra, still be... It is! The Micra's still in second! Oh, I really want that to be the finishing position. Can we change the race distance game? Can we? What is that? Okay, I think that's... I wonder why that there was what looked like a green power up on the outside, but it's just the kind of colours of the wall. No, that's a wall. That's a wall. We're fine. I knew there was a reason why I was being careful on the throttle around there. Thought I could get away with a little bit more. Could not. AMG wanted to be sideways, as AMG Mercedes always does. There we go, around the final corner. And up towards the start-finish line to end this opening lap. I am miles clear at the front. Judging by the gap, I'm really hoping the Micra is still in second place. I think the smart car may be way down the bottom. It is! The Micra is still in second place. What is going on here, game? Maybe that car that's way down the back is the S14 and it had an accident. It is a possibility. I'm driving... I would like to point out I am driving absolutely awfully in this Mercedes. I apologise for that. I'm kind of more excited about the possibility of a Micra coming second in this race than I am about me winning it by a fairly hefty margin. Oh, where are we going here? Oh, no, the Micra has lost out. The Silvia found a way past. I still think Micra is MVP of this race by a long way. Maybe he'll be able to find a way past in the tight twisty section. You never know. That would be glorious. I'm also having a bit of trouble getting my controller to stay at full throttle in a couple of places, but there we go. It does actually look remarkably close back there for second place. Far closer than it ever really should be between this group of cars. Right, across the cars we go. I was making sure not to cut the corner too much there, as I lost in few points last time around, and there's no point when I've got this bigger a lead. There's no need to be doing that. Where are we going to see who is in second place? It is looking like a bit too much of a tall order for the Micra. I mean, it is remarkably close still back there, just looking at the map. Far closer than I was expecting it to be, as we're going to slot our way through these final couple of corners. We're probably going to have a half slide out of the final turn and run to the finish line. We go. Let us see. I am just going to sit around a little bit and see what comes home, how far back the Micra is from that that Silvia, because that was a hell of a race. That was a hell of a race for the Micra there. Look at that. It's just over a second and a half second and a half down on the S14. I think that that is a worthy performance. The 106 did awful, so there's that. Let's see what car we can win technically in this one. I think I start off with the Micro, so that's not going to be a possibility to win. Let's see if we can get the 106, or just anything would do for me here. Oh no. Well, we are, yeah. This whole driving the car that you win bit, it sucks. Oh, I'm going to be in a smart car. I'm going to be in a smart car. The amazing 60 horsepower. Look at that. 60 horsepower. 95 torque. Admittedly, it doesn't weigh anything. And to be fair, I have owned cars with very little horsepower. When they weigh nothing, which a smart car doesn't weigh anything, they are actually still quite good fun to throw around. So, yay for me. Now we're going to get to the stage. So we've actually had a pretty good start to this. We've had a pretty damn good start to this, in fact, in terms of getting new cars each race. Now that I've got a smart car, I know the game is going to be really, really mean to me and not let me change it at any point. So, yeah, if we're stuck with the smart car for all of this, or the rest of this stream, I might be a little bit disappointed. Unfortunately, people are saying I should modify the smart car. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite work like that on Enthusia. It's got a different system for upgrading the cars. It's done based on your XP with the vehicle, so as you drive the car more, as you race the car more, it's... oh, we've got some interesting selection of colours. It actually gets better as you go. You can't go and choose parts for it. I think we're gonna stick with impressively bright green. Ranking points for best 9 race that past 12 weeks. So basically we're up to ranking 800. I think that does make us in the next category, won't it? So we will go and join the next race. So I'll play chat again. Right. Let's go and... Unfortunately, we'd never really have a problem with chat on here normally. But yeah, actually up to 300 people. 300 people are watching me faff about and win interesting cars. I'm kind of quite proud that people are interested in me winning the weirdest of vehicles in a racing game. Cosmo, Volts, Firebird. Okay, there's not a huge amount in the way of interest in this race. Now, I will point out that there is very little chance of me winning these races on the most part. Because, yeah, Europa, Elgrand? Elgrand looks like a minivan. All-road Quattro, and a Lancia Delta. Alpha GT is in there as well. I won the Alpha GT at some point. So there we go. Yes, someone saying smart cars attract people to the stream. That is how it works. What have we got? BB, a Colt, a C3, a Corolla, and a Volt. Oh, if only there could have been a Saxo. If only there could have been a Saxo in that race. That's probably one of the closer races to finding a Saxo. Small car race. We might find it in here. This would be a good place to find a Saxo, wouldn't it? We have got... Oh, we've got all sorts of interesting cars. We have an Insight, a Coupon. I think that's the Daihatsu, isn't it, Coupon? Smart car Cappuccino is in here. And there is an Abarth 1000. I'm thinking we've got to go and get the Abarth. Well, I say got to go get the Abarth. We're going to go after the Abarth, and we're going to win the Insight, and going to be even slower than a smart car. Now, the chances of that happening, quite high. But we are going to try and get that Abarth, because that is I think that's the crazy Abarth, isn't it? The one where they, welded the boot open so that the engine would fit. Is that the right one I'm thinking of? Probably by the time the chat gets round to it, I'll see it on here, on the grid. But, yeah. It kind of does look like it might be behind me, but there we go. Right, let us go do battle with a smart car. That is the most anticlimactic of starts. Oh, piss. The Abarth is gone. The Abarth has vanished. I mean, I was going to try and make a really, really wide smart car and hold the Abarth off, but that's not going to work. I don't know where the inside's going. Oops, I'm in the wall. Oh, bugger. I thought I could sneak up the inside there and make that work quickly. Did not quite go to plan. This smart car's actually not that bad to drive. I'm surprised by its by its handling. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be quite the same supercar killer that the Citroen C3, or sports car killer. I don't think the C3 killed any supercars in its races, but yeah, if there were enough twisty bits, possibly I could worry the Abarth, because we have caught up slightly, but the length of that start-finish straight is just so ginormous that any ground I make up here is just going to be undone. We're 2 seconds down. I'm going to try to be flat out around that. I can't be flat out. I can carry a lot of speed. Don't torpedo it. That would not be good. We almost did. Come on, smart car. If only we had the Brabus version. I don't know how much power the Brabus version had, but it'd be more than this one. So, yeah. If only we had that. Maybe I could challenge the Abarth, because the Abarth has got a made like a second and a half as soon as we got on this straight. Now I've got to try and really throw the car through the corners without ending up in a wall. Oh no, apparently not allowed over that part of the track. Game gets angry at me for doing that, so you can't really throw it at the corner with quite that much vigour. We've gained half a second in that opening couple of corners, really. Oh, get on the brake. I'm carrying so much speed through here in comparison to that Abarth. Oh, if only I had that bit more power on the straight. It's a 4-lap race. I think I'm actually closer than I was last lap around here. I'm going to throw it all away for carrying too much speed there. Oh, I think we're going to end up evening it out lap time-wise. So, again, I've gained huge swathes of time this time out, or this lap out. Oh. We nearly got it. We nearly got it. If I could compromise it enough in that final turn, I might be able to do this. This is silly. This is... This is silly. I'm loving these ridiculous cars. A Citroen C3 very nearly beats a D Tomaso. Could the smart car really possibly find a way around an Abarth 1000? I don't know. I was thinking that was going to be long gone after that start, but this has reeled it back in. I think we're half a second closer than we were last time around, so that is progress. Carry that speed. Carry that speed through here. Don't go too wide, though. We're going to lose in a few points, I think, for throwing my car at this course. I am really, really pushing the smart car here, because I would love to claim this scalp of the Abarth here if we can possibly do it. I might be close enough this lap around, but this accelerates so fast down this corner. We are closer than we've ever been, though. Here we go. We're going for an overtake on the Abarth. Ooh, we're not going to stop that in time. We're going to overshoot the corner. He's just going to cut back on the inside, but it was worth a go. We briefly overtook the Abarth. I think that is something to be proud of, having briefly got past that crazy thing. I couldn't compromise it enough. It was just way too bigger a dive to work that. I don't know if I could actually outrun it to the line either. Even if I could get ahead of it, I'd have to really compromise it. And seeing as I don't seem to have a look behind button, I'm not sure I could swerve across the road to keep it behind me. Even if I did, we would have to really compromise it in that final corner to make it work. Now, if we don't end up in the wall through here, this is good. This is really good. Come on, smart car. Come on, smart car. You can be our new giant killer, and amusingly in exactly the same colour that the Citroen was as well. I'm pretty sure my Citroen I drove was bright green as well. This is the moment. We've got to be not quite as late on the brakes as we were last time, but I think he's going to be too far. It's close. It's so close. I think we are a little bit better positioned here to get up the inside. Park it on the apex this time. The smart car is in the lead, but I have no way of looking behind me. No! Oh, he's going to be through. I didn't know which side he was going to go. We got ourselves to the lead briefly. It wasn't enough. I threw everything at the Abarth I could, but he couldn't quite get the pass to stick. God damn. Oh, that was a race and a half. There from the smart car. A worthy vehicle. A worthy vehicle indeed. And there I was thinking it was going to be awful. Well, if we could win the Abarth now, I would be so happy, but I think we're going to win the Insight. We didn't! We actually got the car we went in to get! We have the crazy Abarth! Today is a really good day. The game is making up. The game is making up for such a terrible, terrible time last time out that it is now just giving me everything. We have only had to drive the smart car for one race. That means we have now got a bonkers Abarth. Fantastic. Look at that. Look at that beast of a car. 108 horsepower, but it weighs 583 kilos. So it weighs about as much as the bonnet on my RX-8, I should think. That's ridiculous. Ridiculously light car. I'm so pleased that we have got the Abarth. Yeah, I was fully expecting to get the Insight in all of that. Having had such an incredible race against that Abarth, I was fully expecting the game to go, right, here you go, have an Insight. But no, we have actually, we've upgraded our smart car. It is now slightly lighter than it was. If only it had got about 300 more horsepower, that would make it interesting. But actually, they tend to make them undrivable, from my experience of Forza 4 with crazy cars. We have lost one ranking point. Amazing. Well done, me. Right, let's go and change car. We'll go and find our new Abarth. Yes, I do indeed have an RX-8, and it's absolutely no problems with it whatsoever so far. It has run completely and utterly faultlessly, which, apart from drinking every possible bit of petrol imaginable, it has run really, really well. Yeah, Abarth time. We will hopefully. I mean, I don't know. What are we going to go after next? I think we're still kind of looking for the Saxo. Really, that seems to be what people are after me trying to find. I'm okay. We're trying to go for a Saxo or just anything else interesting that will pop up in these races. We'll see what we can possibly do. So, let us go and have a look. We have got an S600L Impreza, Celsior, a couple of Abarths, and an Alfa Spider. That's not looking particularly fascinating. Someone asking about, am I going to wrap my car? I do plan at some point to wrap my car in fail race colours. It will be orange with black stripes down it. I do plan on doing that. I'm currently in the process of moving house. After that, however, then we may well be seeing an orange and black Mazda RX-8. Anyway, I got distracted. We've got a 206cc. We've got a Storia X4. Anybody know what on earth that is? I sure as hell do not know what a Storia X4 is. Sorry. Firebird Trans Am, Legacy, Lancaster 6. So a different Legacy. And an Altez. So kind of interesting enough. Auto Mondialista, I think, is one of the Auto Mondialista, and someone just mentioned Tokyo Extreme Racer. They are a couple of games that I plan on getting. Next time I order a bunch of classic games, they are among those that I'm going to be ordering. Oh, wow, this is an interesting race going on. Hold on a second. We have got an Abarth, the Alpine, and another Abarth, the 131 Rally, a Mini, but there is a Sprite. There is a Sprite you can't see, but I am bouncing with excitement at the possibility of winning a Sprite and a 2CV, because a 2CV, as we all know, is the greatest of race cars possible. I think we have got to try and get a 2CV. Oh no, wait, no, because I got it. If we get a 2, I got to get a Sprite. If we get a 2CV and the game sticks me in that, I know it is not going to ever let me leave it. I will never win another car again. So, please do not win me the 2CV. Otherwise, we're going to be completely and utterly buggered. If, however, we can win the Sprite, I'd be very, very happy with that outcome. Right. Off we go with the world's craziest Fiat and into the lead immediately. That is how we do it. That is how we do it indeed in this car. Oh, this is a great little vehicle. I am loving the Abarth already. It is very, very sideways. However, it is crazy quick on the acceleration front and really nice to handle through these corners. Oh, this is the sort of car. After last time out where we struggled for so long with an awful, awful Thunderbird. What else did we have that was awful last time? The C3 was actually not too bad. I'm trying to remember. Not Thunderbird, sorry. Thunder Pigeon. Actually, I'll get it correct. In the end, oopsie, we're in the wall. Yeah, after all of the struggles we had with some truly awful cars last time out, this time we have been so much luckier. We have been so much luckier in getting a very, very nice to drive Abarth, and we are miles clear. Unfortunately, the 2CV is not looking like it's going to hold on to second. Oopsie. We had a small spin. Okay, I might be being a little bit too brave. Then there may be an element of too much bravery going on in an Abarth now, because we are going quite sideways through some of these corners. Oopsie. Oh, okay, that's not quite how I was expecting the car to handle that turn. I should probably not have spoken too soon. If things are going well in the Abarth, it handles really nicely. If you ask it to do that a little bit too much, unlike a lot of the other cars I've driven, it doesn't really, stay controlled as well as I was quite expecting it to. There's a little bit of snappiness going on if you're really throwing it around that I was not quite prepared for. Ooh, and it doesn't always quite coming, sort of stopping steering. Oh, again, there. No, we're going to go round once more. This was so much nicer on the opening lap. What has happened? It's almost like warm tyres are useless on this car. Can I have some lovely, delicious cold tyres again? Because that felt so much nicer on the ballot. I'm assuming that that's about the only thing that would be different after a lap. Because on that first few runs through the first few corners, it felt really nice to drive, and now all of a sudden it's gone horrible. It's peculiar. This is a peculiar car indeed, but there we go. That happens. That happens sometimes with cars. Because the balance is all completely now shot. Oh well, we'll just kind of take it gently through these corners, I think. We'd have to give the Abarth a bit more respect. It's too crazy to be thrown about like a lunatic, so a bit more respect is needed. The good news is, at least the 2CV is miles back, and I'm not going to have the embarrassment of losing to that, even if I could probably race this whole lap in reverse and still beat the 2CV. Because I suspect that goes about 20 miles an hour, and then it overheats and will die for about 20 minutes. Isn't that how 2CVs work? I think it is. I've got a little bit better now that I'm being a lot more cautious with the Abarth. Not spun the car around. I mean, we are miles quicker than the competition out here. The 131 has got no chance at all in getting anywhere near us. Yeah, well, I think if we get oversteer, the trick with this car is if we get oversteer, we have got to basically stop going anywhere near the throttle and sort the car out before we try and deal anything. If we try and power out of the oversteer like I can, with the C63, although there I'm having to, because we're going to go almost into the wall. Yeah, if we try and power out of it like we could with some of the other cars, it just gets twitchy. I think the interesting weight distribution might be playing a factor in that one. So gently does it. Oh, I spy a Citroen! We haven't really seen anybody all race apart from, well, a very brief attempt at the start line. Hello, Citroen! Bye-bye, Citroen. Please don't give me the Citroen the next race. I know the chat is going to be cheering for the game to give me a Citroen. I would really appreciate it, though, if we don't get stuck driving a 2CV. Like, the smart car could put up a fight. Oh, we've got all sorts of wibbly. Come on. This thing is really, really weird. Yeah, like, the smart car could put up a fight, even against the Abarth, where it probably shouldn't. The smart car could kind of put up a fight where I wasn't expecting it to, but I really don't think the 2CV can put up a fight with anything. So, yeah. Now, we're going to take victory. That was a really, really peculiar car to drive, I'll be honest. However, it was so good on the opening lap, and then it went downhill so quickly. Let us see what we can win in all of this. I am hoping we are not going to win a 2CV. And I know the chat is completely and utterly against me in this one. I know the chat wants to see me suffer and drive the 2CV. I want the Sprite here. I want the Sprite. Yes, I've got the car I wanted twice in a row. Ha-ha, ha-ha, I have beaten you, chat. I have beaten you indeed. We have got the Sprite. Now, the Sprite is probably going to struggle a little bit in the races because it has all of about 43 horsepower. There we go. But the Sprite is incredibly light, and the Sprite is the happiest car of all time, so I am okay with this. Wow, I mean, I don't know what's going on with my luck at the moment. I think I should go play Horizon 3. I might get all the Horizon Edition cars at this rate, because we are getting some seriously good cars. We're losing ranking at the moment because I'm driving fast cars in easy races, but yeah, the Sprite should actually help us with gaining ranking. I would absolutely love to buy a Sprite, but I think they are horrendously expensive. For I say for what they are, they're great cars, but they just cost way too much money. Far more than I could afford. There's so many cars. There are so many cars that I want to own. Yeah, hopefully I will be owning plenty of them. But yeah, Sprite would be incredible fun. But they're getting quite rare now. So yeah, quite unlikely that I'll own one of them anytime soon, unless the YouTube channel suddenly does massively, incredibly well overnight, and I start earning millions. Then we will probably see a Sprite and many other interesting, crazy cars. Right, there we go. The world's happiest car is going to go racing. We will hopefully manage to... we're losing so many ranking points. I think because we're messing about changing cars, it's actually losing me a whole heap of ranking points, but never mind. Let's go and see what we can come up against. Abarth we've already got. This one is only 2 possible cars to win, so we're not going to be racing out there. I'm also looking at my probability of winning these races. Pretty low. I'll be honest. Polo. Ooh. DS23 Palace. It's an interesting Citroen. There's an Esprit in here, a Skyline. I kind of want to go to the twistiest, turniest of tracks that might give me a chance to possibly fight through. And S800s, the Coppen again. Just kind of key cars going on in that race. We have not looked here, I don't think. Nostalgic cars in Europe. Fiat 500, my Sprite, the 2002 Turbo, Julius Sprint, and Urano 5, kind of interesting. And this circuit at night time is me against an Alphard V. I don't know what even is an Alphard V. There's some weird, wacky cars going on. Right, we want to go down here, don't we? Let's have a look at any of these races. Again, I'm just looking for kind of interesting cars to go after. That is nothing. There does not seem to be anything interesting when I have the Sprite, unfortunately. That's a little bit of a shame. Could we throw up an upset in this race here against a Skyline, a Spider, Corolla, a Wing Road, an MR2? At the moment, I'm not seeing any race here that particularly catches my imagination. Again, we've got the... Oh, I think we ended up back up that part of the thing. Yes, I think we have, possibly... Okay, yeah, I think I ended up in the wrong place. Looking, I'm an idiot. Sorry. Right, Cosmo, Colt, Pajero, El Grand, and Esprit. I think it's actually looking quite interesting to me. I don't know about you. Pajero would be quite a fun thing to drive on here. I haven't driven an SUV on this game, so Pajero could be quite an interesting one to go and win. Over here we have got... There is a Prius, an Is, the Cosmo, a Colt, and an Altez. Do we try and win the Prius? Just to try and screw me over and force me to drive a Prius in a game? Probably. I'm sure the chat is going to be going after the Prius. We can race against these a lot again. The Vita, whatever is in here. And finally, it's only going to be 2 cars, so it's going to be me against the Estima that I already have. Right, I'm thinking people want to see me take on the Pri, and judging by the chat, I think is pretty much caught up with that. Let's go do it. We are going to try and win a Prius. That is the first time I have ever said that, and probably the last time. Let's go and see if we can. Apparently, the stream is now telling me there is an unsupported resolution going on. It's not been telling me that for any other time during this, so I'm assuming people would be shouting at me if the stream had suddenly died. It does seem to be all working, so yeah, let me know if that's doing something weird or not. It seems to still be working. I don't know. We're gonna go and we're gonna go racing. I'm going to try and not come last. I do have by far the least competitive car in this field, in performance speaking. I know I'm talking about that against a Prius. Yeah, theoretically, I have the least competitive car here. Oh no! No, we're being outdragged by the Prius. We're being outdragged by everything. As expected, really. The whole field has come soaring past the Sprite. However, you see, this track I know the AIs don't like. We're going to go around the outside of everyone. Yep, I think everyone is a good manoeuvre. There we go. Look at that little car go. We've made up some places through all of that. We're still going to make up. Ooh, no, we're going to be bullied by a bigger car. It's not fair. It's not fair, you and your big fancy cars bullying the little Sprite. Now, I do know that the AI really don't like this corner. So we're going to go find a gap. There was a gap through there. There's a little bit of a bumpy gap through there, but we made it. That's the important bit, really. We made it through the smallest of gaps. Now, to make the world's widest possible Sprite. Again, another sentence that I don't think anybody has ever said before, but we are going to try and make the smallest car the most difficult thing to overtake. I spy a Colt. I spied a Colt briefly, trying to sneak its nose up the inside. My tactic, now that we come to the straight, as I can't seem to have a button to look behind, none of these work. Oh, good God, I think that's the Altez that just come soaring past. My tactic was to hug the inside, make him go around the outside. Aha, I blocked the Cosmo at least. However, they just drove past me before we even got to the corner. Kind of a little bit unsurprised in all of that. Oh, don't want to turn into the Colt. At least this is slightly more controllable than the Abarth. I will give the Sprite that. It is a tad bit more controllable. And this is going to get me a crap ton of points. Get out of the way, you silly Colt. You're so bloody slow around that corner. We're just going to dive up the inside. I could probably be flat out for most of this lap if I had a little bit more confidence in my own driving skills around here. Because, yeah, the Sprite is, I will be honest, not massively fast in a straight line. But you don't really care about that when you drive a Sprite. It is lots of fun through the corners when you don't manage to clip the banking on the inside like a moron. Right, let us get it through the gears, and same tactic as last time. Hug the inside. I suspect the Colt is going to come soaring past before we ever... Oh, that was the actual final lap. I thought there was 3 laps. We are going to get a crap ton of points for that one. We're going to get a crap ton of points for that when you look at the odds of the Sprite in that one. I like this Sprite. We're probably going to end up having to drive a Prius now. However, we shall see in this one. Again, I think that the chat is all going to be voting for Prius, aren't we? You're all going to want me to be forced to race a Prius. I'm not. We survived. We didn't have to drive the Prius. I am pleased. We have got an IST. I don't know what an IST is. So, we will have to see how this thing drives. IST. It's a Toyota, apparently. I'll be honest, I think I might keep in my Sprite. We will, yeah, we'll get that. I just want to see how much that has ranked me up in the overall rankings. The reason why I don't want to necessarily change cars to something quite that dull is I do want to try and get my ranking points up so that I can actually get into the next championship. And because I keep changing cars, I keep skipping days, and that means I keep losing ranking. So what I'm going to do is, because the IST is just completely and utterly uninspiring, we are going to not bother with it. So by not changing my car, I won't be losing ranking points. I won't do that if I suddenly end up with a horrible, hideous car. If I do end up with a Prius or the 2CV or something, of course, I will have to go and drive that. But I'm not going to go and change that now. Oh my god, there is a DeLorean in here. There is a DeLorean, a 66 Mustang, and the Legacy. We could go and go after the DeLorean. That's a possible. I didn't even know there was a DeLorean in here, to be honest. We've got the BB, the Land... Oh, it's a Land Cruiser. 2002 Turbo, DB5 and a Hyundai. I am pretty tempted by the Land Cruiser as something to go for. But, yeah, I don't know at the moment. Let's go back out of here. I've got to remember that I've got to press that button like twice to get through the bloody menus. What have we got in here? We've one half of these cars. Savannah APGT. Don't know what that is. Kind of looks like an RX-3 in some ways, but I don't know. Where to now? I also would really like. Oh, here is good for my car, or here is good for me as a driver, not so much for my car in particular. Coppen and S800, they are of no particular interest. I'm having a sneaking suspicion this probably wouldn't be the most interesting of races. There is a possibility to win a 2CV, however, that is going to be a really dull race. Reach for 100, I hope that's not, is only one lap. Okay. Do you lot want me to go do one lap around an oval with a possibility of winning a 2CV, or do you want me to go after the DeLorean? And I think it was... Ooh. There's another 2CV in here with an Alpine, an E-Type, and a DB5. So, yeah, kind of choices of do we go for a 2CV or do we go for a DeLorean? Or was it, I think it was Mustang in the DeLorean race as well, wasn't there? It wasn't that one, it might have been the first one. At the moment, it is kind of looking like the 2CV, yeah, 2CV oval. Sure, we'll go for that. This isn't going to be a massively exciting race. I will point that out, because I'm so far down in power to these other cars that I'm probably going to get annihilated, and fourth is about as high as I can probably finish in this. Yeah, people saying the DeLorean is about as slow as a 2CV. That is, to be honest. But, yeah. If the AIs could have a monumental accident, that is about the best possible, or the most likely way that I will find a way. Oh, I pressed the wrong button there. I was messing about trying to find a look back button. Might have not realised the game would actually put me in gear when I was doing that. Oops, I did a really dumb thing in that one, but there we go. We've got past the 2CV, thankfully. And now we begin the most spectacular of races with all 120 kilometres an hour, and we're out of gears. I suspect whatever car is behind me that I reversed into will come soaring past any time now. Yeah, kind of, talk among yourselves, really, while while this is not exactly the most exciting of... I love oval racing. I'm actually a big fan of oval racing. In cars like this, it doesn't quite have the same appeal. It would be good if everyone was in identical cars and I hadn't put my car in reverse. That would make it more exciting. In fact, actually, racing slow cars at ovals is incredible fun. We raced Aztecs around Daytona, I think it was, and that was incredible amounts of fun. However, these are, not exactly balanced with the Elan buggering off at the front, and I think it was one of the S800s that's up in second place, well clear, and my start was awful, so we're kind of losing out to the other Sprite. I might be able to get it on the run to the line, because we have closed up slightly down here, and I mean, third place would not be a bad position. In fact, the 2CV is not as far back as I was expecting, just looking at the mini-map there. 2CV has done considerably better than it has really any right to be doing in any race of any sort, apart from 2CV racing against other 2CVs. Come on, Slipstream! We are going to be so tantalisingly close. I think it was mashed into the X button. No! It's gone past us! Oh, I might be able to outrun the blue car. Oh, or for fifth, or for fourth. Come on, inch ahead. Oh, I couldn't do it. I could not manage that one. Damn. That was so close, looking at that result. That was incredibly close. Well, yeah, that's kind of about as the race was going to go. Let's see what we can win in this. Again, the chat is going to be shouting for a 2CV, and I'm going to be praying that that we don't get the 2CV, basically. Hey, we've upgraded the Sprite. I could have done with power, really, more than... Oh, we got weight and tyres in one go, I think. That's impressive. Let's try... Did I skip through the car winning stage? Or did it just not... Did we... I might have done... Well, what's gone on here? I believe we didn't win anything. So I might have skipped through it and not paid any attention. So we didn't win anything. Oh, I didn't mean to press that button. Oh, crap, we'll go through all this again. Yes, I believe we didn't win anything in that one. So, unfortunately... I say unfortunately, I'm actually quite enjoying driving the Sprite. We are hemorrhaging ranking points at this moment in time. We started off at like 820 and now we're down to 850. So, yay for me. Rear wheel drive limited. What have we got going on in here? Sprinter. There's Mustang and SEMA? I don't really know what that is. It's something to go for. Historic two-seaters. This could be quite good fun. What do we got? Sports 800, S800, MGB. Oh, there's a Stratos in there that I would be absolutely murdered by. In this small car race. Maybe we'll see a Saxo. No. Insight, Coppen, nothing massively exciting in there. Small convertibles. Well, my Sprite against, again, similar sort of cars. Of course, depending on the vehicle you're driving, does depend on what class you go in. So a one-make race for Sprites, eh? That would be incredible fun, but it's not so good for getting more weird and wonderful cars, unfortunately. What have we got going on here? Coppen, Skyline, Europa, Pajero, 95 Aero. This is actually race is looking quite the most promising, really, with the possibility of a Saab, the Pajero, Europa, and so on. Okay, I'm thinking that is looking like the best bet at the moment. We will just scroll over here, have a look. This track here is so good for my underpowered cars. Insight, Wing Road, Hyundai Esprit. That's a possible, I guess. What have we got for this one? Wow. Okay, wow. I was going to say something was massively unlikely to win. We have got the 106 again as a possible X-Type in here, and the Keimer. I mean, I would love a Saxo. People are shouting Saxo at me. I would love to go for a Saxo, but it is not coming up. It's not coming up in these races. We've got Fair Lady, PT Cruiser, A4 Seville, in the IST again. I'm not sure. I'm thinking it's either really between the 106, or try and get the 106, or try and get, what was it from in here? Oh, the Pajero or the Saab. I'm thinking this has got three cars that interest me more. The Europa, the Pajero, or the 95 Aero. I'm thinking we're going to go for this one. The 106 will probably be quite entertaining to drive, but we're going to go here. Now, this track might actually suit my Sprites a little bit. With it's going to get murdered down the start-finish straight. We know that much. However, it is going to hopefully make up time because there are plenty of 20 sections on the track. I'm going to see what we can do, really, and fingers crossed we can throw up another surprise result and try and get us some bloody ranking points so I can get into the sort of third tier of events. That just gives me more options in terms of races to enter and cars to possibly win. Now, everything is going to absolutely murder me down towards turn 1, much like I did with the Abarth and various other cars, the AMG that I drove early on. We've not got quite the turning. I'm just going to lean on the big Mitsubishi, that's fine. We can we can lean on the Pajero, and then we can hopefully go around the outside of it. Or we could if there wasn't a Lotus in the way. God damn it, Lotus. Get out of the way. The happiest car in the world is trying to make an overtake. The happiest car in the world has failed miserably at trying to make an overtake there. The Pajero will out-accelerate me. Saab is running away at the front. I wonder if we can do anything about the skyline, possibly, that is leading this group of cars. Something tried to go around the outside of me. The Pajero's up the inside of the Lotus. I'm going to make it 3 wide, and I might actually pull this move off. A little bit of paint swapping, and now I'm going to be forced out wide. Oh, it didn't quite work. Nearly the most spectacular overtake that I have done on this game. It was so close to working, but no. Not to be quite. Can we throw our car at the inside of the Europa? I think we can, actually. I think we can get this done. And we will move up into 4th place now. Can we find a way past the Pajero? I mean, this is kind of the section to do it, really. When you've got a little lightweight car, I'll take the penalty for getting the overtake done there. The Saab is absolutely murdering everyone out here. The Saab is gone. The Pajero's up the inside. Does he have the grip? No, he doesn't. I shall sweep round, and I'm trying to get back to the inside to cover it, but I can't quite get turned. Come on, happy car. Come on, happy car. We can... No! That Pajero is scary. That Pajero isn't particularly big either, but when you drive a Sprite, everything is big compared to you. No, I can't quite do it. Third gear wasn't a good idea there either. Damn it. The Pajero is back past, but I think we can probably... Oh, there was a gap there. I filled the gap with the Sprite. We are up into 3rd and almost 2nd place as we now head towards the finish line. Unfortunately, this is where everyone goes bye-bye. And there is not much I can do here. I'm going to kind of shuffle over to the inside. I don't know where the Pajero is. But there's the Pajero. Pajero's gone again. Can we go dive up the inside? Oh, I don't know what on earth went on with the Pajero there. I think it saw me coming, freaked out. Did avoid, actually. We all got through there quite cleanly. Oh! The little key car has come to join in the fun. I don't know what's happened to the Europa. Europa's buggered off completely. I think the Europa might go into trouble. Oh, the Daihatsu is, well, forced its way past the Sprite and all of this. This is a really good race. This is an absolutely fantastic race going on right now all over the 2nd and 3rd place, really. They've just managed to escape a little bit away because of our massively underpowered cars. However, we're going into the twisty section now, and the Pajero and Skyline are bumping into one another. Come on, Sprite. Oh, that Daihatsu has got some acceleration going on. Daihatsu was blasted past on the inside. Well, this is bad news. This is bad news indeed. With that car just, well, making a nuisance of itself has cost me some time. Now, I might be able to fire back up the inside here. In fact, the Daihatsu is really quick compared to the other two up ahead, which has helped us because now it's a 4-way battle over 3rd place. Can I... We're going to do a very, very similar thing as we did to the Pajero last time out. We are past the Skyline. We are trying to sneak our way up the inside of the Pajero now as we run up towards this next corner, but it's just too fast accelerating. It's just too fast, and it's not going to be compromised by me holding it to the inside, which is a little bit of a shame. However, we have passed the Skyline in all of this. Now, don't run too wide on the exit of this seemingly never-ending turn, because if we can get a good run down this next part, we might hold off the Skyline to the finish. I think the Pajero is out of range. I can be quick through here, or if I didn't brush the wall. And I will get the inside, actually, around the final turn, which I didn't think I was going to be close enough for that. I suspect, though, the finish line is going to be way too far away for me to make second work here. I'm going to move my car across. I don't know where the Pajero is. Somehow we got second in that. I was not expecting that to work. We did it by 0.3 of a second, no less. Look at the odds. Look at the odds on the Sprite. And we made it. We made it work. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe we got the Sprite to second. It wasn't victory for the Sprite. I would love it to have been victory for the Sprite. The Saab 9.5 was way too fast. There was nothing I could have done. I couldn't have tried to slow that down, even if I'd been near it. But there we go. Let's see what we can win on the wheel spin of fortune here. We are going... I don't know what's going on. What is going on today, guys? I have won all of the cars that I wanted to win pretty much so far. We now have the Pajero to do some racing with. The first sort of SUV that I will have driven on this game. Fantastic. Admittedly, I am pleased to have the Pajero. We did just see it get eaten by a Sprite. So, I mean, there is that to consider. However, we have got a Pajero. Fantastic. Fantastic indeed. All of the 217 horsepower. Look at that. That is an impressive power figure going on. We probably have got told off a lot for bumping into stuff. We've got a huge heap of points from that one. 209 points. Look at that. Look at the amount of ranking we gained from that race. We almost get 100 ranking from coming second in that race. That is ridiculous. That is fantastic indeed. Right, let us go and get the Pajero. Alright, hello to anyone that might have been joining the stream recently. I am playing through a rather old but fantastic racing game, Enthusia Professional Racing, where I am trying to unlock some very weird and very peculiar cars. But so far it's actually going pretty damn well. We are winning. Oh, I don't want to do join race. We are winning. We've won a Sprite. We've won a smart car. We've won all sorts of obscure cars. We are now just about to go and jump into a Mitsubishi Pajero, because why on earth not? We also won an IST, whatever the bloody hell an IST is. Kind of looks like a Dacia from the front, but never mind. Pajero time. Yeah, let's go and jump in this. I did see a couple of people saying they wanted to see me do an off-road race. If I find any off-road races that have more than 2 cars in it, oh wow, that is a colour that we are going to go racing in. Yeah, if I see an off-road race that has more than a couple of opponents, so that there's a bigger chance of me winning interesting cars, I will go and race in that one, especially now that I have a Pajero. But otherwise, it's just that I have a bigger chance of winning cars, or winning exciting cars, is why I am sticking to doing the more on-road races. Now we are, speaking of, there we go, I think this is kind of what we're going to probably go for then. 6 cars, off-road. It is going to be all-wheel drive cars only, so Pajeros, A4, TT, Delta, Stagea. Ooh, Stagea is in this game. I'm very tempted to do that race, because it is something we haven't done yet. I will have a look, see if we've got anything interesting. Interesting cars to win will outdo a different circuit. So Pajero, MX-5, Altez, Savannah. It's an okay enough selection of cars. This circuit, the gun circuit, I was never very good at. What is that? G500. Mercedes G-Wagon is in here. Mustang, MRS, X-Type, and an Esprit. Not, I mean, yeah, it's again. Yeah, these races are actually a little bit more interesting now that we've gone up to this lot. 2002 Turbo, a Range Rover, G-Wagon, Firebird, and the Alfa Romeo GT. I do like that it does kind of tailor the races to what vehicle you're driving. That is quite... oh, wow, we could go SUV, cross-country meeting. Range Rover, Land Cruiser, G-Wagon, All-Road, Forester. I mean, that's... Fair amount, and that's just against one other opponent, unless they are amazingly exciting. I like MX-5s, but not worth that particular race. So I'm kind of thinking that we go for Stagea, perhaps, in this lot. I think that's probably the most interesting. The SUV race would probably be an interesting race to do, but I'm not sure the cars are massively fun to win, whereas here we've got a chance of a Delta and a Stagea. Admittedly, there is another Pajero, though. So, yeah. What do you guys want? We can either go for the Stagea or for the SUV race. Let me know. I am keeping an eye on the chat, and I will pick based on that. I'm just going to wait for it for a little bit of delay to to go through. At the moment, it is looking like the Stagea is kind of popular. I'm thinking the SUV race is starting to, well, the stage is starting to pull it back. Actually, quite close. I think this might be the closest one that I've seen when it has come down to picking a race. I'm going to go for. I think we're going to go for the Stagea race in this one, and it does mean we get to go off road, which is okay by me. So we're going to jump into. Oopsie. Sure, yeah. Let's go racing. I'm going to try to win the Stagea. If we don't win a car from this race, then we will probably go SUV race next time out. So, yeah, I shall bear that in mind. Look like it, but certainly the picture looked like it went off-road. So perhaps it's a half tarmac, half off-roady affair, this one. Right. Okay, Pajero, you've got some very fast cars behind you that are going to be trying to overtake you. And you've got a Pajero, well, we've got an identical car that is apparently faster than the start line. Good God, this does not quite turn like a Sprite. We're also carrying way more speed than the Sprite ever did in its entire racing life. So, yeah, this is kind of quite bloody fast. Ooh, that did not see that wall sticking out in that manner. Okay, I haven't driven around this circuit ever, so that's not particularly helpful. There's the Stagea that we are going to dive up the inside of, and up the inside of the Audi. I think that was. The Pajeros are leading the way. Could we get a 1-2 for a mighty kind of mini SUV, really, because this is the short version of the Pajero. This is not as off-road as I was expecting it to be. The picture definitely made it look like it was an off-road track. It was not. A little bit of a shame there, but well, there we go. I have been conned by the game. Yeah, I'm liking the track nonetheless. It's a really cool road to go driving around. We are now putting pressure on the leading. Can we find a way past? Not with that line. We're not going to. We're at way too wide. And that's putting me slightly wonky for the next corner. We might be a sitting duck down this straight for that Audi and the Stagea to come soaring past, really, so we've got to be aware of that. Is it a flat-out kink? Yes, it is indeed. Carry the speed. I don't know where we brake, so I'm kind of using the car up ahead to judge that one for me. I think we could have been a little bit later on the brakes, but we have made it around the corner, at least safely. Pajero, not a bad driving car, actually. Once I've now suddenly got used to having acceleration and speed again, it is not bad. Not bad at all, and these are putting up a remarkable fight, considering these two were the longest shots to win this race. With the AI leading the way in one of these is pretty damn good going. I'm thinking of firing up the inside here. Is the AI going to give me space? Yeah, he is. I've got to say, the AI on here, while they have their difficult moments at trying to get past you, they do tend to be pretty fair with the whole giving racing room. Certainly more so than the Midnight Club 3 AIs. That are horrible, absolutely horrible. And to an extent, you know, speaking of similar games, similar era, the Gran Turismo 4. Gran Turismo 4 is an incredible game. I love it, but the AIs were not the nicest. But most games of this age, the AIs were not particularly pleasant when it came to wheel-to-wheel racing. And this, they are actually, you know, trying to get out of the way. They're trying to avoid contact where they can. I mean, they are still a little bit wooden, but nearly did exactly the same thing twice in a row. However, they are still pretty good going, I would say. And this one is clinging on well to the back bumper of my Pajero here. Oh, God, we nearly. It's that weight transfer going on that scared the crap out of me through that corner. We have, though, got away with it. And this is a surprisingly deceptively tight corner, but we can make the most of the all-wheel drive, get the acceleration out of the turn, and we can just eke out that gap slightly. Although, unfortunately now, I mean, I've had one lap to kind of learn the course a little bit, but yeah, not particularly know where I'm going. I'm kind of the explorer. I don't have an AI to judge my braking points with. Like, the AI is going to brake a bit early, I know that, but it's nice to have that little bit of comfort when you don't really know where you're going. We're going to run a smidge wide out of there. Got away with it, though. Yeah, this is definitely less twitchy than that Abarth. We are going well faster down here than the Abarth, not the Abarth, the Sprite ever did. That could have been flat out. I might be about to have a Pajero try and soar its way past me. I don't really know, and we're going to go on the brakes quite nice and early, I feel, up here, just to make sure we actually get this turn. Yeah, that's way too slow. I think I'm going to come under fire in these final few corners. Indeed, he is right behind me now. Although, if I cover the inside, don't make any big mistakes, I think it's going to be very difficult for him to find a way past. I was quick through this section last lap out. That's how I got the overtake done on him to take the lead. I'm really surprised that we are not being challenged by the Stagea, by the Audi, a lot more through here, because they have been pretty much non-existent after the opening run. The opening couple of corners, they were ahead of me, but after that they've never really looked like getting back up to the front of this race, as we are going to round the final corner. An interesting track, actually, quite a cool circuit. I like this one. Kind of glad that I came here, but there we go. We are going to cross the line to take victory with our Pajero in its first outing. Oh, the other Pajero fell down at the end of the race. That's a shame. We were on for a Pajero 1-2. Did not quite happen. Sadly, the A4 up into second, Stagea claiming third. The Delta just did awfully, and I don't know why that did so badly. Must have had an accident to be 17 seconds down, and the Audi TT equally. Probably the Delta and the TT had a crash. All of that. That would kind of make sense on that one. Right. Let's go and try and win another car that we are after in all of this. Could we get a Stagea? I'd be quite happy with a Stagea. No, we're not going to get a Stagea, I don't think. I lied! I thought that had cycled round and it was going to be going too slow and we're going to get the A4 or the TT. We've got another car that we went after. I don't know what's going on today. I have no idea what is going on today. However, we have got the Stagea. Fantastic. Fantastic indeed. Now we have a crazy fast all-wheel drive saloon car to go racing with. Yeah, we will definitely go and take that one out. I'm thinking we actually probably got some decent points from that race as well, because we weren't quite as long a odds as the Sprite race, but we're still at fairly sizable odds, so we should get something. We have gained an upgrade on the Pajero, making it a little bit lighter. Last time I got like 200 points. Oh, we got even more from this. Oh, because I think we're in a higher category. Oh, wow, this is doing our ranking a world of good. Look at that. We're up into 712. What is going on? Well, things have really turned around in this stream. Things have really turned around indeed in this one. I'm kind of glad my save data got slightly messed up and none of the progress from last time worked, because the game has repaid me with a bountiful selection of cars and luck. There we go. We are going into the Stagea now. Ooh, do we have any interesting colours? Not really. Of all the colours, why on earth would you have why would you buy your car in that colour? I don't know. Shall we go for we'll go for a nice blue in this one. Right. Our ranking has maintained, which is quite nice. We've recharged our Enthusia points, and now we can go out. I mean, normally, or last time out, this quest was for a Saxo and for all sorts of other silliness. That's kind of not quite happened in the same way today, which is a little bit weird. I would still like to win the Saxo. Oh, there's a Lancia 037. That's tempting. Saw a S15 in that one. So, yeah, I'm kind of not sure what we're going to be. Are people still wanting me to aim for finding a Saxo? What is this race? S-Type, Sora again, S13, Celica's and so on. Okay, that's a interesting-ish kind of a race. Yeah, the F37 would be quite nice. What's going on here? RX-7, RX-8, M395 Aero. I mean, I'm liking the rotaries going on here. I'm liking the rotary options in this race. A little bit of a longer race, 5 laps, but it's a very short circuit. I'm kind of leaning at the moment towards the rotary option. The 037 is cool. I've not seen this track before, I don't think. Delta, All Road, TT, Touareg, Lancer. I would like the RX-8, but there's that inherent luck of the draw going on. Legacy V70 R. Oh, they have the V70 in here. That's cool. I like that. So we actually got a proper estate car. I wish we had more estate cars in Forza. I love my super estates. I wish we had more to go racing with. And this game's got a really bloody good selection of them. Alpha GTV, SZ, Keimer, Wing Road again. I'm thinking that we are going to go for the under 3,000. I don't know what under 3,000 watts, but I'm thinking we're going to go here. We're going to try and win a rotary car. There is an M3 in for good luck. We've still got the possibility of winning the Saab. So yeah, I think this is where we are going to be going. As much as I would like to win the Volvo, it's just not quite as exciting other options in that race if we don't get lucky. Same with the 037. Like the 037, very, very cool car, but the rest of the vehicles possible to win. I guess under 3 litre would make sense. I mean, rotaries are a little bit cheating in that one, let's be honest. However, yeah, that would make sense. I mean, that RX-8 is almost the right colour already. Let us get off to a really blindingly fast start and not be able to... Sorry, Mazda, I did not mean to betray you, so we're going up the inside. Oh, the RX-7. Okay, the RX-7 got payback. I might have betrayed the RX-8 a little bit. The RX-7 made sure I received my payback for that one. This thing is quick, actually. This thing is very quick indeed. Now, this is where we had such an epic duel between a smart car and an Abarth. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to have quite such an epic duel at this time out, especially with our Stagea having got to the front early on. I'm fairly decent at this circuit. It's quite a long race, actually. This all of 5. I say a long race for this game, certainly from what we've seen so far. I'm liking the Stagea's handling at the moment, but I thought that about the Abarth, and then I very quickly learned otherwise. So I don't really want to say too much too soon. Massively overran the hairpin. Did not quite realise how tight that turn was. A little bit of handbrake. I think that's the only time, apart from accidentally pressing it when trying to figure out what the look back button was, that corner is the only time I've ever needed to use the handbrake on this game. That's only when things have gone disastrously wrong. Stop being so picky. That's not really a collision or really an off track. I don't actually think I went over the curb. I was on the curb, and the game got a little bit angry. The rotary power is not really standing a chance against the super estates here, is it? It is... oh god, we'll get turned there eventually. I might be even making some odd driving mistakes. However, oh, where are we going? Over that part. Not quite got the turning to get away with that. But yeah, the RX-7 is a fair way back. What were the cars towards the lower end of this? It was the Saab and the Altez. I think it was an Altez anyway. That were going. That are, I'm assuming, the ones way down at the bottom. Little bit of wheel spin from one of the front tyres there. Actually, probably one of the nicest all-wheel drive cars I've driven on this game. Some of the other ones have been quite understeery. This is really quite a good handling vehicle. I am impressed. I'm impressed with the Stagea. Oopsie, don't go and glance at chat when you're supposed to be making a corner. I thought I was lined up. I was not. I'm an idiot. This is what happens when I've got a boring lead in what is really the quickest car on the... Oh, God, not that corner. The quickest car in the field. I get distracted and then end up doing silly mistakes and I'm wasting in few points that I shouldn't be really wasting. I don't know if it matters per se. Like in few points, if you completely run out of them, you have to miss a day of racing, basically, or a week of racing. But seeing as I'm missing plenty of weeks because I keep swapping cars, that's not really affecting me. They get reset quickly. I don't think there's any other penalty per se for losing them. I think the ranking up and unlocking later championships is all done from the odds system of the kind of the points I'm winning at the end of these races. I think, from what I can tell, anyway, I broke way too early into turn 1, but it doesn't really matter because I'm almost 6 seconds clear of the RX-7, and I'm 6 seconds clear having done crappy laps the last 2 times. Oh, nearly. nearly managed to find our way to clatter into the wall. It's slowed for this corner. We can't quite be flat out through here like we could in the in the smart car. I'm kind of missing, now that we've had a run of kind of sensible cars, I'm kind of missing the silly ones and the improbable battles already. It's only been a couple of races since the Sprite, and I'm missing the improbable champions. Equally, I don't want to end up getting stuck in a 2CV forever, because that would be awful. Or the Thunder Pigeon. Thunder Pigeon, almost as bad, I think, as a 2CV. But the Thunder Pigeon was okay up until the point where we got it upgraded, and then it handled like arse. That was a little bit too wide, bouncing off the wall, but I think that was a much better lap. Much better lap overall. I know people wanted me to roll cars. Unfortunately, I don't even know if there... I think there's possibility to roll cars on here, but I haven't found anywhere. I found one curb that kind of launched the cars onto their side. Other than that, I haven't found any real possible places, unless the off-road tracks are kind of... there's any real bumps on the outside, some of them, unless there are tracks that I haven't unlocked yet. That's also a possibility, that have large enough curbs. Rolling a car, I think, is going to be very unlikely on here. The curbs are just not vicious enough for me to fling the vehicle off, and the off-road tracks that I have driven don't have... driven two of them, I think there is only two. Certainly only two that I've seen so far. I don't think have anywhere around them a steep enough edge that could cause a car to roll over. So, yeah, I'm a little bit stuck for choice on here. If it comes to rolling stuff over, I'll mash that X button. Otherwise, we're just not being on full throttle because of this crappy controller. There we go. We are finished. Apparently, people are saying you can't roll cars on Enthusia. I don't know. I mean, we launched the car onto its side a fair way, but I haven't found a good enough area to even possibly try. So, yeah, that will be victory for the Stagea. Well clear of the RX-7. I would like to be able to, on the RX-8, in the wheel spin, in the random draw of cars. But, yeah, I mean, we're doing pretty well in terms of winning the cars we wanted to. So maybe we will see the RX-8 in my possession. Nope, doesn't look like it. We are going to get a Saab. So, if anyone was wanting to see me drive a Saab, I guess you're going to get your wish here, as we're going to take the 9.5 for a race. I quite like the sporty Saabs. They're something a little bit different and slightly crazy, so I'm okay with that. I mean, 204 or 250 enough horsepower is pretty good going, really. And we have leveled up. I think we're level 13 now. How are we doing for points? 125. Considering we were using quite a high-powered car in that, 125 points for that race is not too bad. We are up into the 600s in terms of ranking. And we are going to be taking out a Saab. Unfortunately, I can see people still want a Saxo. I know, I want to win the Saxo for you guys after we took so bloody long trying to win it last time and it never happened. I would really, really like to be able to win a Saxo. The game is just not giving me the possibilities in this one. Here is our Saab that we are going to be using. Now, maybe this will give us some possibilities. Maybe it'll give us some... Wow, that is a colour and a half. We are going for this. Good God. Yeah, maybe we can go and win some interesting vehicles. Let us see what the game has on offer. I think I'm also going to be still quite a good favourite for these races, which is a little bit of a shame in some respects. I mean, it's quite nice having a fast car, a competitive car. This one is quite close. Stratos? No, not the Thunder Pigeon. There is a Tamora as a possibility. I know if I go in this race, we will win the Thunder Pigeon. And that would be a disaster. I have done very well at avoiding the Thunder Pigeon so far. So if we could continue that, I would be happy. RS6 is okay, but the rest of that race, not so much. What are you? Edge of the road. I'm assuming this is a proper off-road circuit, which would be my 9.5. I guess a BMW Z4. So, not exciting enough for me. Tsukuba. We have got a Range Rover, a Delta, a Stingray, Integra 22B. Yeah, I mean, I like all of those cars, but I'm not sure they're quite what we're aiming for. All-road, 406 Stratos SZ and a Skyline. I mean, we've got some interesting cars popping up in these. I'm just not quite getting the crazy cars at the moment. Medium Saloon Race. X-Type at Atenza. Accord or another Accord. At the moment, I'm not seeing anything that massively is catching my my attention here. We will continue. We will continue looking. V70, Keimer, A4, E-Type, Elan. I mean, that's, again, there's some interesting. I'm kind of interested in the Tomorrow, but I really don't want the Thunder Pigeon. Camaro, Celsior, Touareg, Civic RS. That must be like one of the first Civics, judging by the odds. So its lack of performance and the looks of the thing. Let's get back out of here. What else have we got going on? Front wheel drive limited race. Wing Road, Alfa Demio, Integra. That's an interesting group. People are liking the look of the 406 at the moment. Yeah, I mean the 406s are possible to go for. What have we got going on here? Okay, so 350Z, Pigeon. Nah, I think on that one particularly. I mean, I like that race. It's bloody short race, which is always good. Come on, I just want a Saxo, to be honest. Celica, Primera. Not much. Not much. I'm afraid there has not really been a huge amount of excitement over here. People were interested in the front-wheel drive limited race, I think probably for the Demio. Where's the 406 gone? I think we might go for the 406's race, if I can remember where the bloody hell that was. Was that you? No, that was not you. That has a Range Rover in it. Yeah, someone might have to remind me where the bloody hell a 406 was. Oh, there it is. Found it. Never mind. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. R32, SZ, Stratos, all-road, 406. And decent enough odds to make it worth my time going racing here. So, let's go and try and win a Peugeot. Again, I mean, not perhaps the first words that I would expect to be saying. And we're also on a track that's good for me in terms of performance. A little bit of a longer race out here, 5 laps. We shall see if we can win the mighty 406. Probably going to end up, oh god, we're going to be awful off the line, aren't we? I think the 406 is I want to say the 406 is front wheel drive. I might be wrong on that one though. But yeah, Stratos is up the inside. I've got the Skyline go. Skyline has gone soaring past. The SZ has filled the gap that I really wanted to get to. And I am in last. Not for long though, because the Stratos is going to leave a really nice big gap up the inside. I will take that. The all-road is buggering off at the front early on. I think now, with a few more laps, certainly on this circuit that I know the AI do seem to struggle with, I might well be able to make a pass for a victory, certainly a podium, if not. The Skyline is likely to be very quick here. I'm trying to actually drive cleanly this time out as well, not lose too many in points, but that is easier said than done. Definitely I'm stronger in comparison to the AI on the other layouts. The other layout the AI seriously struggle on. This one here, they do seem to be a little bit better. Wow, we're quicker than the SZ in a straight line. That's really surprising to me. I was not expecting the Saab to be that fast. The Alfa left us a lot of space on the inside, and then we used all of it and more. But he has cut back and got past me. I will though repass him because they're really slow midway through that second corner. I will pounce at every opportunity that I can get because I really need to if we're going to chase down the all-road and the Skyline. Oh, way too much speed from me there. We will bounce off the barrier. That's a little bit scrappy. Let's go down a gear as well, just to make sure. Where are we going to find an overtaking spot? At the inside of this final corner, we're going to make our presence known to the Skyline. We are through a little bit of understeer from the Saab on power, as you would imagine, really, when you've got this much power going through the front wheels. I mean, this is more power than the Fiat Coupe had, and this is in a big Saab, so you kind of get the idea why it might struggle a little bit with understeer. The Fiat Coupe was 230, and this is like 250. So that's a lot of power going on in this as I'm trying to get on it, and yeah, sure enough, we are immediately understeering. Skyline's fighting back, but is going to not be able to stay out there for very long, because I know they're going to be slow through here. We're going to cut the nose off the Skyline. We will keep our position, and now it's to the inside of the Audi. Is he going to leave me space there? Just about. I had to lead on him a little bit, and he's not going to keen on leaving me space through the next part. We are, though, going to the tiniest of brushes, get the place, but run wide. That's not good. I'm fully expecting to see an Audi come shooting up the inside and take the lead into turn one. Although it doesn't seem to be happening. I'm going to cover the inside. The Audi wants to get me. He's going to have to go the long way around. Oh, crap. Be a little too late on the brakes there from the Saab. Oh, hello, Audi. He was trying to force his way through a rather tidy gap. Carefully does it around there with the understeer. So easy to just have the car pull you straight into the wall. Ah, the Skyline's up into... Oh, Christ, where am I going? Where am I going? I'm busy noticing the Skyline up into second and completely messed up my line through there. Although in doing that, I have completely and utterly compromised the Skyline, which has saved me a little bit of bother. Oh, that's a scary corner going through there. It's really easy to get yourself in trouble at that part of the circuit. Come on, Saab, get out of this final turn neatly. One more lap to fend off the on-rushing all-wheel drive horde that is behind me. I think I managed to make a nice little bit of a gap. The all-road must have got into trouble on that turn one, because it has dropped a long way back. It's in the wrong gear around there again. Skyline diving to the inside. I just can't turn as tight as the Skyline can. I might have cut his nose off a bit there. Yeah, I cannot turn as tight as that Skyline through the first corner. Really struggling to carry the speed. The trick that I'm going to have to do now is just be quick here, and if I can be quick here, which I have been, actually pretty much spot on for me there, we shall hopefully, yeah, we're almost 2 seconds clear, and then we're half decent around this final corner as well, this final couple of corners really, if my X button would work properly. Come on, car turned, get the car turned, run out of this final turn. I think we are clear enough. The Saab, pretty good in terms of straight line speed, will run us to a victory. The Saab has taken a little bit of a surprise victory in this one. The 406 beat the Stratos in all of that, which is not bad going. Not bad going at all. Hopefully, we win the Peugeot. That's what we went in here for, and I've been having some pretty damn good luck today. So, we're going for a fingers crossed that we can win that 406. Possibly. Okay, well, that's... I was waiting away. I was, yeah, really think that's going to be stopping earlier than that. However, we have got the Alfa Romeo SZ, which is pretty nice. I like the SZ. It's very much one of those cars, either you like it or you hate it. It's a peculiar looking Alfa Romeo, very different to just about everything else. But I quite like it. Okay, that's cool. I'll take the SZ. Are people wanting to see me drive the SZ or stick in the Saab for now? I don't really mind, actually. Both of them are pretty good to drive. We are shooting up the ranking points now. I love how you can see... it's not going to let me scroll up and have a look. We really started jumping up this ranking now. We've had a good run of luck. I think people are probably wanting me to go in the SZ. The Saab has done very well. In fact, it is one race that it has competed in. Yeah. Okay. We'll jump in the SZ. Right. It's actually got less power than by a fair bit less power. In fact, than the Saab, but a fair bit less torque. Is it heavier? No, it's about 300 kilos lighter. Okay. And that's why we mullered it in a straight. Once out-accelerates me initially, but once we get going, it does not have the power to compete with the Saab. It's an Alfa Romeo. It's got to be in red, really. Okay. We shall progress onwards. We didn't lose any rankings in that lost week of racing kind of thing. And we will go and do another race. I think I'm going to do 2 more races before we finish off this stream. Italian Car Limited. Well, this could only be an explode fest. Delta Alpha 156 is in this game. Wow. Alpha GTV and a 037. I mean, that is a real possible race. Rear-wheel drive limited. What have we got going on here? Skyline, CL, a couple of MR2s and an Alpine. Not bad cars, but not quite what we're looking for here, really. I'm not really good at this circuit, but if there are good cars, 206. Nah, not particularly. Not particularly feeling that one. The moment the Italian race is looking about as good. Someone's saying the SZ looks awesome in purple. I do agree. That's that is very, very true. Should we go for the Odyssey? The Odyssey Absolute. There's an X-Type in there as well, although the other 2 cars I do already own. And, oh, this was that pretend off-road circuit that fooled me. We have got Stratos, Esprit, Julia, DeLorean. We could go for the DeLorean. We did think about going for a DeLorean earlier, so that might happen. Let's just continue having a look, see if we can get... I'd love to try and get a Saxo. Oh, wait. Why do I want to do that race? There are so many more possible cars to win. Why would I want to just race against the SZ again? We have got... Ooh, Pantera is back. The Pantera that very nearly got embarrassed by a C3. The 9.5 MR2 is in there. The RS6 and an S15. Ooh, do we go? Do we go for the DeLorean? Do we go for the Odyssey? Or do we go for the Pantera? I'm thinking the Pantera is probably going to win that contest. Again, I'm probably not going to win the Pantera, but you never know with these. Thunder Pigeon, Keimer, 105, and that odd Savannah thing. Sorry if people did tell me what the Savannah was. I didn't notice it come up in chat at the time, so my bad on that one. Definitely thinking the Pantera is going to win this contest. Evo 3, S13, what was that? Hold on. Galant GTO MR. Is that like an original Galant? I was right with it being an RX3. Okay. That's cool. Let's go have just another look. The 80s still rolling. That's going to be quite an interesting selection of cars. RX7, 037 MR2, DeLorean again. I think we've got to go for the Pantera. Unless this has an amazing selection of cars in this race, we will go and race for the Pantera. 180 Stratos, Touareg, Range Rover, and Europa. Not particularly. Okay. Pantera is, I think it was this one here, wasn't it? Yes, it was. One of my lesser favourite circuits, but we shall try and win a Pantera in this one out. I would love to have like the DeLorean and the Saxo and all throw it into this race as well, so we could have and the Odyssey. People seem to want to see me drive an Odyssey. All throw it into this into this race. If only I could. Unfortunately, we are going. I say unfortunately, we are only going to. I say be racing for the Pantera. That's the main interest in this one. The MR2 is not a bad car. We shall see what we can do, and hopefully the Alfa Romeo won't have an electrical fault before we get to the first corner. Jesus, that Audi gets off the line. That Audi is gone as we come in towards the first corner. We're going to have to try and make up some time through the corners. Oh, the Audi is very, very slow on the way into this turn, though. I kind of panicked and chose to brush the wall rather than hit the side of the Audi. We've got some big old oversteer going on here in the SZ. In fact, the Saab is really putting up a good fight on this opening lap. Go on, Saab. You can do it. You can find a way back past that. In fact, it has. The Saab has done it. It out-dragged the Audi up the hill. That's really good going. That Saab is quick. That Saab is properly fast to have managed to make that move work. Oh, we're going to throw our car at the inside and bump a wall. I mean, I should know that the Saab is fast. I did just drive it last time out. But that is a good showing from the AI Saab. Now, don't lose the back end of the SZ through these Audi is also very, very quick. I spy what I'm assuming is the front end of the Pantera up the inside, giving me a little bit of a nudge. Carefully does it. Big oversteering moment does it. We're fine. We're fine. Oh, God. Yeah, this is not quite as nice and calm and composed as some cars that I've driven. I've been enjoying not having leery oversteering moments. So, yeah, we've gone back to having leery oversteering moments. Slightly less twitchy oversteering moments than the Abarth, mind, which is quite nice. I'm trying to carry some speed out of this corner without getting big oversteering moments or big twitchy moments. Both are good things to avoid. Oh, big oversteering moment it is. Pinged it off the wall. It does not want to get back under control after that. The Saab is running away with this ever so slightly. I'm really having issues keeping my throttle down. I think that might not be helping matters either when we get some oversteer, having slightly inconsistent throttle input. But there we go. What can I do about this Saab? I'm not sure. Whoa, I've locked the rear brakes on the way in there. That is quite scary. Yeah, they're trying to drive on buttons. I know they are pressure-sensitive buttons on a PS2 controller, but they're not anywhere near as good as driving with triggers. It's not quite ideal when you've got a car that's a little bit oversteery, and in this one here we seem to be locking the rear brakes up, and that's never fun. Never want the rear brakes locking. Yeah, slightly a little bit more difficult. It's something you'll get used to on here. I'd say I'm driving relatively okay at the moment. Little mistakes here and there, but yeah, for the most part, I think I'm doing better than I did last time out. There's a few. I'm having to go for a little bit more aggressive moves. I think I'm getting a little bit more collision points than I would have liked to be, ideally. But there we go. Can we? Nope. We can't. We've got sudden flick of oversteer that I couldn't quite catch in time. You know what? I think we're going to struggle to find a way past this Saab. Because we've only got, in this turn here, we're relatively fast through if we don't get huge oversteer on. Oh, no, get out of the wall. I tried to power out of that one, but it just wouldn't go. It was already stuck. Pantera has come flying past, and we're going to try go around the outside of it. I don't know what gear I want to be in here. Not really second either. I'm stuck on a wide line. I think we can probably get the Pantera. Why we get Pantera here? We can probably get it on the final couple of corners. I might have been able to catch the Saab there had I not had a big mistake across the grass. We're going to have a gap there. Nope, we're going to have to find a gap here. This is where we got the whatever we were racing against. Oh, I can't do it. Can't do it. The Pantera closed the door on me and will take second. Poor run. Saab has won that by a mile. That Saab is silly fast. Considering the odds against that thing, that is seriously quick. Yeah, good showing from the 9.5, and I fluffed it up for the... yeah, the fluff for the said there. My bad on that front. Can we win yet another car that we were after? Could we do it? Hopefully. Hopefully we can. No, I'm not looking like it particularly. Oh, I lied again! I've got to stop guessing these. I've got to stop guessing these a couple of seconds but before it comes up. We have won the car we were going for. We have got the Pantera GTS. Fantastic indeed. We have got bugger all in the way of points from that race. We might even lose a rank, I think. I'm really glad we've got that car. Woohoo! But yeah, we have got nothing, I think, in the way of XP. Wow, look at that. 23 points. That is awful. Yeah, that was a terrible race. So, yeah. Right, we are going on to the final race of this stream. We have done very, very well in terms of interesting cars in this, though. I'm really pleased with the selection that we have won today. We have been pretty much winning cars almost every time. This is kind of what I'd hoped when I streamed this game, when I wanted to play this game. I was hoping to be able to swap cars out and all of that. And this time, oh my god, is that an orange and black? It's close enough. I love how they don't have names for these colours. It's just these are the colours it came in. And this is the perfect end, I think, to this. We have had all sorts of fascinating cars. We're going to finish with an orange and black car. If we could finish off winning a Saxo, I think that would be perfect. I'm thinking it's unlikely, but yeah. Let's see. Victoria Road Challenge. Probably not going to see a Saxo in this one, I wouldn't have thought. GTV, TT. Could win a bloody Mustang in this. There's another Pantera. Italian car. We're not going to see it in there. I don't know particularly what cars come up in this challenge. In fact, we've won almost all of them. 037 and 22B are the only two possible. I am trying to find a Saxo, guys. We will have a look for a Saxo. If we can get one, if there's a possible for one, we will go for that race. I'm not sure, though. Well, there's a Cobra in this one. Okay, I'm going to bear that in mind. That is definitely looking a potential. I'd like to have a Cobra. What are we going to see here? NA limited race. Tamora, Celsior, Primera in the 406. Okay. Tamora I would like. And, well, the 406 is in there as well. What have we got going on here? A4, Demio, and a Prius. Could we finish on a real high note and go for a Prius? I don't really want to race around that track again, particularly, though. Victoria Garden Challenge. What have we got going on here? Prius, Galant, Astro, and a Golf. That's a weird selection of cars, but I mean, I'd do that race for a Prius over the other race for a Prius, to be honest. Sunday race. Come on, Saxo. Ooh. Saxo! C3 and the DS23. This is the race for me. This is the race, okay? There was a chance for a Prius. However, there is a chance for the Saxo. There is a chance for a Saxo. A chat will catch up in a minute and everyone will suddenly get excited about the possibility of a Saxo. There is also a possibility for the giant killer C3. I would like to point out that last time a C3 raced a Pantera around here, it was the other way around, me driving the Citroen, and I very, very nearly won. I very nearly won indeed. So hopefully I can rewrite that little bit of history. Hopefully I can not get embarrassed by a Citroen. There is 3 of them in this race to possibly lose to. I think there was another fast car and I didn't pay any attention. Oh, it's the Alfa Romeo SZ. Okay. Let's try and not lose to the SZ. Apparently, the Pantera is prone to sudden oversteeriness, which is about the worst thing for me, but there we go. Up into the lead we go. In fact, this is the first time we have visited Tsukuba today. After last time out, I spent almost the entirety of the races, or a lot of races at Tsukuba. This is the first time we have headed out to the Japanese circuit. This time around, we are going to try and make a break while we can here at the front. So far, Pantera's okay. So far, I'm liking it. There's more grip than I was expecting from the car, but that might just be the balance is good with the cold tyres. I'm not 100% sure anymore. After that Abarth, we are murdering the field at the moment. Well, I don't think we're going to have an embarrassment at the hands of a Citroen somehow. Unless, I really shouldn't say that on lap 1 of 3. I am liable to roll the car if I say that on lap 1 of 3. And Tsukuba was a good track for rolling cars. In the olden days of Forza 4, there was many about 3 corners you could roll cars off. Around here, rolled, smart car went over, Lotus 11's gone over there, a few vehicles tumbled over at the final corner. Turn 1, I've only ever rolled 1 car at turn 1, it was an Escort, but it could be done on the inside curb. No idea how I managed it, nobody quite knows how I managed to roll it off the turn 1 curb here on Forza 4, and then coming under the bridge, coming under the Dunlop Bridge. That curb was notorious for sending vehicles out of the race. So yeah, a pretty good track actually for rolling cars back on Forza 4. Not going to be rolling cars on Enthusia. The curbs are, well, actually act like curbs. way too flat for the cars here. Get that curb on the inside there was a very vicious bugger. Ooh, where are we going over there? That's not a good idea. Not a good idea at all. I am just having a look at the map. I think the SZ may be slightly faster than me around here. I think I saw a close gap somewhere. We'll see next time we go through a split. I think it's about 8 seconds back. Not that I'm really going to worry about if it's closing a second to sector, it's not going to matter because we've only got a lap to go. In fact, I don't think it is actually. Looking at how far back it is there, which is okay for me. The Pantera is really not that bad to drive. I am pleased with the fact that we are absolutely murdering the SZ, so that's okay. Yeah, this Pantera is quite nice. It is way less sort of twitchy oversteering than the Alfa Romeo. It might just be the circuit that I'm driving around I'm better suited. I better know as I say that. We got a big slide going on, but yeah, definitely prefer this to the SZ. Can we? I'm just having a study of the map. There's a huge gaps going on in the field. The real question is, can we win a Saxo to finish off the day? There is no way to boost your chances of winning a car at all on here, and it's just completely and utterly random. I like the system of progress. We're so used to games where you have to, you have a garage, you have to buy cars to unlock them, and that's great for allowing you to choose your sort of vehicles and to go down the sort of cars that you want to. But it's nice to have a game that does things differently, and it's nice to kind of experience a lot of different cars that you perhaps wouldn't normally drive. And I do really like the way the career mode works on this game. It is really rather good fun. As we round the final corner here at Tsukuba, we are going to cross the line and see if we can win a Saxo. The C3 was in third. The C3 is doing a mighty job again around here. Not quite enough to beat the Pantera, but still, well done to the C3. Here we go, people. This is going to be it. The final of the lucky draws. Can we get the Saxo? I mean, there is a better chance, seeing as only 3 cars we have to unlock. We have done it! We have got a Saxo! We have got the Saxo VTS after kind of 4 hours of streams on here. We have got the Saxo. It is here! Well, that is most definitely a high note to finish on today. We have had some serious luck in terms of cars. What a majestic machine we have unlocked. Well, there we go. I'm really pleased with how things have gone. I'm really pleased with how things have gone today. We actually got a decent amount of points in that one to level up. Tuning level and driver level have gone up from all of that, which is nice. I'm definitely going to make sure to double check that it saves. Someone comments in that. Yeah, I will definitely make sure that it saves properly this time out. We get bugger all points, though, because we were massively favourites to win that race. So we may even lose. Yeah, we lost stacks of ranking points because we're just way too overpowered for that race. Well, there we go. That is going to be it for this stream. Next time we will head out with the Saxo. I'm not quite sure when I will be streaming next. Most likely to be on a weekend, possibly next weekend. If not in kind of 2 weekends time. I'll kind of see how it goes. Really, I'm liking streaming Enthusia though. It's quite nice fun to play around on this. It's quite a good game actually for streaming with its way of unlocking cars and so on. So yeah, I think we will definitely do this again. Shall we just go jump in the Saxo? Just to finish off, we shall have the Saxo on screen. The Pantera did a mighty job, but let us go and jump into the Saxo. And we don't quite have an orange. So we're gonna have to go for yellow. Well, kind of goldy yellow, to be honest. Yeah, it's gonna take a week. Come on, game. Just show everyone. Look at that. There we have it. The mightiest of Saxos. That is, gonna be it from me though. Thank you everybody for turning up and watching this stream. I hope you've enjoyed the weird and wonderful world of cars that are in Enthusia But that is going to be it from me. Until next time, goodbye.